Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and for those who are new to my channel, I'm Praveen Iralson, and in today's video I'm going to unbox the brand new 2020 MacBook Pro. And I've recently bought this in Japan, and I've been waiting for this day for a very long time since I used the MacBook Pro late 2011 model. This is pretty much old, but it is still in good condition. I have recently upgraded this MacBook Pro 2011 with 16 GB of RAM, 1 TB of SSD, and 2 TB of HDD. And I still use this for video editing and other programming stuff. But since I want to get my hand with new MacBook Pro, so finally today is the day. I'm going to unbox this today, so let's begin our unboxing. With the 16-inch MacBook Pro 2020, Apple has refined its prosumer laptop in a way we couldn't have predicted. The 16-inch MacBook Pro brings with it a few needed refinements under the hood and some notable upgrades like the Magic Keyboard. It also comes with its own unique feature, particularly a larger, more spectacular display, making it the best MacBook Pro till date. Fundamentally, the design of the MacBook Pro hasn't changed much since the introduction of the 4th generation machine in late 2016. From the outside, it looks particularly identical, except it's ever so slightly bigger than 15-inch MacBook Pro. Despite both sharing the same name, the 2020 16-inch MacBook Pro is split into two lines. A cheaper version is starting at 248,800 yen with a 6-core Intel Core i7 processor, 16GB of RAM, 512GB of SSD storage, and AMD Radeon Pro 5300M with 4GB of GDDR6 memory and 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. And a more powerful version starting 288,800 yen, equipped with an 8-core Intel Core i9, 32GB of RAM, 2TB of storage, and an AMD Radeon Pro 5500M with 4GB of GDDR6 memory, 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. Now I'm going to unbox it. As you can see, the Apple MacBook Pro comes in a familiar Apple packaging, and as always this box contains a charger and a manual. So what's interesting this time is that when you open the MacBook Pro, it automatically starts the machine. So right now it's starting. So let's finish the setup of this MacBook Pro. The screen is marginally bigger at 16 inch on the diagonal rather than 15.4 inch, although you can really tell side by side. The display has a higher resolution which provides slightly more screen real estate in use, as well as being slightly crisper on paper with a density of 226 pixels per inch. On the whole, it's one of the nicest displays I've used on laptop. While the new display looks great, the keyboard is the most drastic change. Apple painted itself into a corner with its attempt to modernize the keyboard. The company calls the new set of inputs a Magic Keyboard to match the still popular iMac accessory. All 4 Thunderbolt 3 USB-C ports are capable of 40GB per second, charging the MacBook at full speed. It's the same keyboard as the MacBook Air and 16-inch MacBook Pro, and it's just as good here. It's one of the best fitted to any laptop. The touch bar, a thin display above the keyboard, is again present and gives you context-sensitive button that you can press. Not everyone loves the touch bar, but many apps like Photoshop now make good use of it. offering you quick access to the tools. The Touch ID button, which also doubles as the power button, has separated from the touch bar and now sits slightly apart from it. It makes it a bit easier to find, and it again is a reliable way of logging into your MacBook or paying for things using Apple Pay. Nothing has changed with the trackpad on the MacBook Pro. The trackpad on the MacBook Pro is absolutely perfect, and I honestly couldn't think of a way for Apple to improve it. For the starters, the trackpad isn't mechanical at all. It's a solid state, which means that you can click any area of the trackpad and get the exact same response. On the audio, the speaker and mic have been upgraded. The machine now comes with a 6-speaker system built in it. With this machine, you are paying for desktop level performance in a portable package. Okay, that's all for today's video. I'm done with my unboxing. I've done my unboxing of brand new MacBook Pro 2020, and since it have 4 USB-C 3 Thunderbolt 3 ports, so I bought the additional card reader. It's a multi-card reader with Thunderbolt 3, 1 USB-C and 2 USB 3.0, 4K HDMI and microSD and microSD. So I've also got the additional Magic Mouse. I need this for everything, so I bought this Magic Mouse from Apple too. It cost me around 9,000 yen, and it cost me around 33,000 yen. So that's all for today's video. See you in the next video. Sayonara.